Galactic Assault and Trooper modes got you down. Hop in that cockpit and take to the skies in Starfighter Assault. It's almost like a completely different game, just don't get cocky, kid. Today, in Beginner's Guide, we're going to give a brief overview of what Starfighter Assault offers in Star Wars Battlefront 2. We'll be covering just a brief overview of the game mode, what all the little symbols on your HUD mean, as well as how to use them to your advantage. We'll briefly touch on target acquisition and where to aim to hit your target, and we'll go a little bit more in detail on the ship classes in a different video, giving different cards and how to use the abilities. But right now, I just wanted to give you enough to go in and shoot some opponents down. Please keep in mind that I'm way better in Galactic Assault and Blast than I am in Starfighter, so if you like this kind of content and are an ace in the cockpit, feel free to send me some footage. I'll be happy to use it with your permission, of course. And of course, I'll give you a shout out, and if you have a channel, I'll link that as well. You can find my email down below in the bottom right hand side corner or in the description, and I greatly appreciate it. If you enjoy this video or Starfighter Assault content, give that like button a click so I know, then hit the subscribe and notification button so you don't miss when new videos are out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Central. Tomorrow's stream on March 6th is not going to be Star Wars Battlefront 2, but my other favorite game, Rainbow Six Siege. A new season starts and there's a new Outbreak mode, so we're going to do that live for this week's stream. We'll be back to Star Wars though. I do play other games, I just have limited playtime, so that's why I'm doing it on the stream, and I generally don't have time to play it the other days. If you want to stay up to date in all things Star Wars related, be sure to check out our partners at StarWarsGaming.net. I check them out regularly, especially while at work, so I know what's going on in Battlefront 2. And there's a great article up on the development of the stats page, which I am really waiting to get added in. Like Galactic Assault, Starfighter is an objective-based game mode with one team attacking and one team defending. Also like Galactic Assault, most of the time, only half the team is actually playing the objective, and you'll play both sides, both light and dark, before the map switches unless you joined in late. The maps cover all three eras in the movies, so you'll be able to play as the prequel, original trilogy, and sequel. If you're in the prequel trilogy and on the droid side, if you're a fan of Battlestar Galactica like I am, go ahead and switch to first person mode. You can pretend you're a Cylon. You also have the option of first and third person view. Personally, I enjoy first person view for Starfighter. It makes it feel like you're going extremely fast, and there's little sounds that you get when you're in first person that you hear in the movies that you just don't get in third person. First person is a lot harder though, since you can't really judge if you've cleared objects or debris, and you may crash a little bit more, but it's just a game, so do what you have the most fun playing in. A major thing to remember, in this mode, you can crash into debris and objects. However, they did remove fighter-to-fighter collision, so you cannot ram the Millennium Falcon or any other hero ship to kill them. You can, however, run into Star Destroyers, so don't try to fly through them. Now let's go ahead and move on to the first topic in Starfighter that isn't always clear as it is in the other game modes, the HUD. HUD, or HUD, stands for Heads Up Display, and is all the information you see on your screen. We'll start on the outer rims of your screen and work in, since there can be, depending on your positioning, a ton of information coming at you. Now, I have my kill logs and battle point gains turned off, since I know who I killed and I don't care who's getting kills around me really. This makes the screen a little bit clearer, and the battle point gain per kills, where it just shows how many battle points you got for each thing that you did, is something that really isn't useful, so it's just extra text on the screen, so I turned that off. We're going to go over everything as if it's third person view, since first person changes the order the information comes at you in. And on the bottom right, like in the normal modes, is your ability icons and cooldown timers. This works the same as the other game modes, and it just shows your abilities in white if they're ready and red if not. So we're not going to spend a lot of time there. Or on the next thing, which is at the top of your screen, and you'll see that's the objective score. This is either a percent if you're trying to destroy a target, or a ticket or death counter if you're having to kill just other players. Just a little hint, if you're on a team that does not have a ticket counter, it doesn't matter how many times you die, since the death won't decrease the chances of winning at all. So don't be afraid to suicide run if you can stop an enemy who is on a ticket counter, especially in Galactic Assault if they're interacting with an objective. The next thing is unique to Starfighter, and that's two bars on either side of your crosshairs. The bar on the left is your speed, This is controlled by pushing forward or backward on your throttle. It's on your sticks if you're console. On PC, I have no idea. If it's all white, you're going the full speed possible. If it's blue, that means you're not going full speed and you can speed up until the bars fill. And if it's orange, this is where you've already accelerated or decelerated to. So if you let go of the throttle sticks, that's where your speed's going to stop. The faster you go, the slower and wider your turns are going to be, and the slower you're going, the faster you're going to be able to turn. Now, I know a lot of players tend to keep the same speed, either slow or fast, when they first get started. However, it's very important to alternate your speed depending on the situation. This makes it harder for players to target you or to match your speed and stay behind you to line up a shot. Also, if someone's shooting at you, try to skim an object or weave around it. Once you get on the other side, cut the speed back and they might fly just right past you. I know it's dumb, but you'd be surprised how many times people follow you at full throttle, and then as soon as you cut below a Star Destroyer out of their sight, if you slam back on your speed and they didn't, they're going to zoom right past you and you'll be right behind them for a kill. The bar on the right hand side is your health. Each class of Starfighter has different health pools and shield pools. The light blue bar is the shields and the white bar is your health. The light blue bar will go down first, and then once it's been depleted, your health will start to go. Some also have the ability to use an astromech to heal up some of the shields or health that they've lost, like the X-Wings and Y-Wings. You'll know when your astromech is healing you, since the bar will turn yellow or orangish, but remember you do have to activate the astromech, it's not an automatic feature. You'll also hear sirens start to go off if your health is starting to be depleted, so if you hear that, make sure that you try to shake the enemy that's shooting at you. The other time you're going to hear an alarm go off is when someone is obtaining or has a missile lock on you. You'll know it's a missile lock since a bright orange circle will show up on your screen and it'll say missile lock. There is a second circle which is bigger than the orange one. It's either going to be orange or red depending on how close the missile is. And this is how soon you're going to be hit by the missile. If you make quick and rapid turns, you'll most likely never be hit by a missile. You can also boost to break it as well. You'll see an arrow on the inner circle on the side that the missile is currently on. So try turning to the side the missile is on to lose it faster. Now inside the health and speed bars, if you're in third person, it's on the outside of the health and speed bars if you're in first, is arrows. Arrows come in 3 different variations. The normal red is the direction an enemy ship is that's close to you. This is so you don't just fly around in circles and never see anyone. It's like a GPS system for finding targets. The next kind of arrow that's really important is an orange arrow. The orange arrow is the last player to track you as a target or is the player that's currently trying to shoot you down. When you see the orange arrow, it's best to either try to lose them or turn on them to engage. If you manage to turn on them and engage successfully, when they're not on your screen, you'll start to see a red arrow outlined with a white arrow. This arrow is pointing at the last target you were, or the system thinks that you were, trying to track down. This is so you don't lose the target you almost had kills when you flew right past them or they flew past you. Finally, at the center of the screen is 2 items. You're going to see your crosshairs, which is where you're going to be shooting, and just below that is the heat buildup. Each fighter builds heat differently, and even each ship in that category builds heat differently. For instance, an A-Wing, which is an interceptor, has a better cooling than a TIE interceptor for the Empire. When the heat bar highlights red, it'll automatically start cooling, and you'll be unable to shoot. Unlike the trooper versions, there is no manual cool or minigame, and the only ways to cool your weapon is by forcing an overheat and then forced cooling, or you just stop firing and wait for it to go down. The best way that I have found is to fire off when you're on target and then release off the trigger, let it cool a little bit, and then fire again. So basically quick bursts. When you're engaging the targets, you'll see that the enemy team is outlined in a white diamond shape. This is where the enemy is currently at in space, and since in this game mode players are constantly moving, and I have yet to find a way to hover, you don't need to shoot where they currently are, but where they're going to be. The game helps out a lot in this aspect and will give you a little circle ahead of where the ship currently is and in the direction that they're heading. You want to aim at the circle in order to hit the other ship. If the circle is closer to the current location of the enemy ship, they're going at a slower rate of speed. and if you're planning on getting behind them, you may want to start slowing down. If this circle is way in front of the other ship, they're most likely going full speed. This is where changing your speed will help you again. If you speed up or slow down, anyone coming from above, below, or on your flanks will have a harder time staying on the circle than if you keep the same speed. So depending on the reception of this video, I plan to go over each ship class and some of the hero ships in future videos. If that's something you're interested or not, let me know in the comments down below, since I want to provide you guys with content you want to see, and if there's not any interest in Starfighter, I won't do it. But if there is interest, I'm more than happy to play Starfighter and bring you that information. I really do enjoy the Starfighter game mode, especially when I want to play something different than Galactic Assault or Blast. I hope you guys enjoy it as well, and I hope if you haven't tried Starfighter, this video has helped you a little bit to get in there and get your feet wet. Thank you all for watching, and as always, I will see you in game.